Hiroshima, blasted 1945. I've read extensively. I loved this. When my dad was in the military, fought the Japanese World War II, only survivor of his platoon. And I read all kinds of stuff about, I still love studying, war. What happened? Who started it? There's a lot more hidden stuff behind that that people don't understand. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes. You mean with the nuclear blast, it'll blow the flesh off and make your eyes melt? I was looking tonight for the book I read 6 times called Hiroshima. It's in here somewhere. They said the gunners in Hiroshima were standing there watching the airplane, hoping it would get low enough so they could shoot. They knew they couldn't shoot that high. They're waiting for it to come down. And instead, one single bomb, boom. And all 20 of those gunners that were looking up, their eyes melted and ran down their cheeks like tears. The doctor at the hospital was describing it. Melted their eyeballs out of their head. Wow. How did Judas die? Did he hang or was he disemboweled? Was that a contradiction? Now this man purchased a field with the reward of iniquity, and falling headlong, he burst asunder in the midst, and all his bowels gushed out. Acts chapter 1. How did Judas Iscariot die? Matthew 27. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself. So the atheists say, see, there's a contradiction. Did he hang himself or did he bowels gush out? Both. He hung himself and either the branch broke and he fell down and busted open, or the tree broke, or the rope broke. Duh. Not a contradiction. Hung himself and the limb broke. Bowels gushed out. Hung himself and his head came off. That could have happened. Hang himself with a small wire. If you're going to hang yourself, do it comfortably, at least. Option 5. He hung himself and he rotted away, so he fell down and his bowels gushed out. Either way. And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. A eunuch, if you don't know, is somebody who they decided they don't want to ever have any kids. So when they're little, they make it where they can't ever have kids. Okay. And he said, throw her down. So they threw her down. And some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses. And he trode her underfoot. So he looks up, who's up there for me? As we are, throw her down. So they threw her down. And the horses and everybody tramples her. Now, when he was come in, he did eat and drink and said, go see now this cursed woman and bury her, for she's a king's daughter. And they went to bury her, but they found no more than the skull, the feet, and the palms of her hands. Now, the dogs will eat about anything wicked, but Queen Jezebel's hands, feet, and mind were too wicked even for the dogs to eat. Some people, they may have a healthy body, but their mind is wicked, and what they do is wicked, and where they go is wicked. Even the dog said, I don't want to eat that. How's your life? Is God happy with where you go, with what you do, with what you think? I don't know. You got to talk to God about that. Melted their eyeballs out of their head. Wow.